Hey, what's happening, family? It's your man, Mark Black. Got you, Joe. Got mine. Let's get into it real quick. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is probably going to be divisive, whatever term you want to use as hell. But I think it bears some discussion because of recent events. I want to talk about the haters. Yeah, the detractors, the people that come at you with all sorts of crazy shit, it seems like. They got comments about your respective advocates, about the position that we hold as ADOS, and so on and so forth. The reason why I want to talk about them is because I had an exchange yesterday that really helped me to understand that we need the haters. Now, before y'all go to fuck off and say, what the hell are you talking about, Brother Black? Let me run it down to you. One of the things that is a truth, that's a fact about this push that we're making, this new paradigm that we're embracing, is that with anything new, there's going to be gaps in our knowledge, right? There are people who hear about ADOS and they take to it like a duck to water. They say, shit, our lineage? I've been waiting for this. But for the rest of us, right, there's a process of education, a process of learning that is needed in order for us to not just understand what we are as ADOS, but why we are. Right? To be able to elaborate, to elucidate, to educate is not going to be the forte of every ADOS person. So when the haters, the detractors come, we have a reaction to them that is born from our ignorance, born from the fact that previously harsh words throughout our history have been a prelude to violence, to repression, to brutality. You see, family, as ADOS, we've got a long history with haters, don't we? Right? We were hated enough by our African forebears to get sold and get tossed across the ocean and so on and so forth, right? We got here and then we were turned into property that could be sold, that could be worked until it was worn out and then discarded. When we ultimately won our freedom, we were then hated because we were an undesirable, unwanted populace of people here in America. During Reconstruction, we were hated. We were hated because we were now competition. During Jim Crow, we were hated because we had the temerity to demand the rights that we had earned as citizens and wouldn't stay in our fucking place. After civil rights, we were hated because a few items were directed directly at us, like the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. Affirmative action was allegedly for us, although very many other people have had the opportunity to take advantage of it. It seems like everywhere we turn, every action we make, every move that we look to do causes somebody angst, right? They feel some kind of way about the fact that we're just breathing alive and dark skinned, So I get that when detractors come, when the haters show up, right? If you do content creation and you got people in your comment section or during your live broadcast, throwing shade at you, disrespecting you, right? Talking ill on you. I get why our reaction is to either block them out, shade them back, so on and so forth. To a certain extent, it's cathartic, right? They say that you're supposed to take the high road, that you're supposed to not return hate for hate. But let's face facts. Family, that's not human. If somebody hates you, you're going to hate them. And it's going to feel good to hate them motherfuckers, right? So I get why there's some of our reactions to our detractors, to the haters. But the interaction I had yesterday was with someone who I had blocked multiple times off my channel for saying some very, what I construed as hurtful things, disrespectful things. But they actually had enough care to remind me that for all of what I thought they were saying that was hateful or hurtful, that real enemies of ours would do and say worse. Remember, family, the real haters, the real ones, they ain't leaving bad comments on your videos or blowing up your timeline on Twitter and Facebook. No, the real haters, the real detractors are working to ensure that the mechanism of government continues to stay weaponized against your interests. Our real haters ain't gonna talk to us. Our real haters is going to find ways to continue to maintain the status quo and to hurt us. I want you to understand something. Knowledge dispels fear. There's a reason why ADOS is necessary, and you, as somebody who supports it, needs to understand those reasons. Right? You need to read books like The Color of Law, like The Half Has Never Been Told, like Slavery by Another Name, and many, many more. You need to read economic reports and charts. You need to gather the data, because people can detract all they want. They can say whatever they like, but you can't argue with reality. You can't argue against reports that show that even where places like in Florida and Miami, when you look at black wealth, and I'm talking about ADOS wealth, right? We're at the bottom even amongst other black immigrant groups. We've been saying it, we've been knowing it, but the data help buttress our argument. It helps buttress what we're doing. Get your foot in the door and start learning. Knowledge dispels that fear that we have of detractors. And understand this. You can't really convert somebody to ADOS. We need to stop with the kind of religiosity around ADOS. And all I mean by that is proselytizing. You can't convert somebody to this. They either are ADOS or they are not. Now, does this mean that if they are of ADOS lineage that they're necessarily going to take up the mantle? No. No. I have people who come in and say, I ain't ADOS, I'm indigenous. Fine. Then why the hell are you talking to me on my channel? I'm talking to ADOS people. If you don't think you're that, I got nothing to say to you. Right? You can't convert somebody to this. Present your ideas, give them the data, and let them say whatever the hell they're going to say. This detractor and I had a great conversation. And I let them stay on my channel. They said something. They said the same thing I banned them for before. But I hit them with the thumbs. Gave them a thumbs up. Do you know why? Not because I agree, but because dissent makes me better. Dissent makes me sharper. It forces me to know the ledge, right? To get the knowledge, to understand the data even better, to become a better advocate for you and for I. This one's to you, haters. No shade. Keep it coming. Keep sharpening me and making me better. That's all I wanted to say, family. Until next time, I want to wish you all love, peace, prosperity, and power. Real power to our people.